So UK Pro Bs, once again, remember, subscribe. And I'm delighted to be joined for the first time with massive TikToker Corey B. How are you?
What's up, my man? Good. How are you? How's the UK? How's everything? It's not gloomy over there today, was it?
Hey, it's gloomy, man. We had a heat wave only last week. Now, obviously, temperatures have changed again, and we're just doing, we're going through the whole fluctuation right now.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. You know what's kind of ironic, right? Before we actually just managed to get on this interview, I saw something on Instagram about TikTok basically taking over Instagram.
Really?
Yeah, there's basically someone was saying that, look, TikTok is going to override Instagram in a not too distant future. And
I mean, I can see it happening.
Yeah, look, hey, tell us about it, because obviously, look, you're big on TikTok.
So, TikTok is just a super creative place. I mean, I think there's levels to it. I think there's Facebook is the older generation. Then in between the older and young generation, you got Instagram. It's like a mix of the two. And then the younger generation is all over TikTok. I mean, I don't, do you know who Nancy Pelosi is?
No idea.
Nancy Pelosi is a huge government official here. She basically runs the Democrats in the United States. I saw her at lunch today here in New York City, and her grandson came up to me and was like, "I love your TikTok videos." So it's like the younger generation is just like, it's all over. They're all over the place, and they're into TikTok more than they are Instagram and Facebook. So that's just looks like where it might go.
Wow, interesting, man. Interesting. Hey, we got to kind of segue into how this all came about. Now, I only done an interview with Paulie Malignaggi like 48 hours ago.
Yeah, tell me, why was my man on the bed like this talking to you? Why was he talking like what? My man's so lazy he can't even sit up.
Crazy. Do you know what? Like, as I said, we just finished the interview with Paulie Malignaggi 48 hours ago. And obviously, look, it was put out there on Instagram, and hey, what do you know? Corey B popped up, and yeah, here we are right now. Crazy. You're saying that, look, if he beats you up, he gets no credit. But then he says he wants to teach you a lesson. So he says he doesn't know what to do with you.
Can I ask you a question? I mean, you're a boxing guy. You do this whole boxing shit.
Yeah.
When's the last time Paulie's beat anybody up? No, I'm like, serious question. And like, yeah, I know he later on in his career, he fought some pretty good guys. But like, what about Artem? When's the last time he's actually beat anybody up? He's a left-handed fighter. He throws the jab. Anytime he's actually won, it's been on points. He's won his world championships by points. He's not a knockout guy. I'm not afraid. Like, here's the deal. I go on with Paulie. I'm not afraid to get knocked out. I know that if I swing and miss, he's not a type of guy that's going to make you pay. I've done my research. I've been a fan of boxing my entire life. I'm an athlete. I don't know why. I don't know why everyone's so gung-ho on Paulie's going to kill you. Paulie's going to destroy you. Paulie's going to put you to sleep. Paulie's going to KO you. Paulie's never put anyone to sleep. He's had 5 KOs his whole entire career. 3 of them came in his first 3 fights when he was young and stronger. If you've seen Paulie's out of shape. Paulie's shaped like a potato. Paulie's not in shape. Paulie is a shape. Okay. He's like a whole circle. I just don't get what people are thinking anymore. Like, people are like, you're afraid of him. I'm like, I'm not afraid of him. I get and respect his past. I get what he's done as a professional boxer, but he's not that same Paulie. I saw the fight with Conor McGregor. I saw the fight with Artem. His last fight with Sam. I mean, I don't know. I'm not afraid of Paulie.
So, like, this whole situation transpired from Paulie calling into your radio show?
Completely, 100%. Listen, I'm a TikToker and YouTuber and Facebooker, but I'm not the type of guy that starts beef. I'm not one of these guys that goes and trolls and like come behind you in public and like whispers in your ear. I'm not like that. Like, I make prank videos with my fiance and friends. Like, he if I'm gonna come after you, you've had to have done something to me. And no one bothers me because I don't mess with nobody. But I was on the radio talking about how I just took up boxing. I was excited about it. I just lost 30 pounds. I'm in the best shape of my life. And he calls my radio show saying, you need to stop boxing. You're what's bad for the sport. Stop telling people you're a boxer, which I never told anyone I was a boxer at that point in time. This and that. And then I was like, and I was a fan of Paulie. I was like, yo, dude, like what? So he came after me hard, telling me that I'm a minivan mom boxer. I need to stop. And then he talked some shit saying that if I ever saw him in public, I would be afraid to come up to him and I'd be as quiet as a mouse. As soon as he said that, boom, triggered me into like, hey, all right, bet I'm going to see him in public. And that's exactly what happened.
You pulled up with, was it baby powder, chalk or?
Baby powder. It wasn't going to be baby powder. I said this in another video. I was going to buy crackers from the convenience store in the hotel. And I was going to pour the crackers on them and say, hey, Paulie, want a cracker? They didn't have any crackers. So I bought the baby powder, put it on my hand like how high, and just, how's your cut, G? So, I mean, like I said, I didn't hit him hard. I wasn't afraid of him. Everyone's like, you backed away, you ran away. And like, no, I got out of the way because I didn't want to disrespect Ice-T and Coco, who were sitting right next to him. So I backed away and let him come to me. I didn't have any security guards. Of course, there's security guards at an event, but where else was I going to see him at? I knew he was there, and that's where it happened at. He called me at work, and I got him at work. That's how it happened.
Right. I was obviously, when I was talking to Paulie, like we talked about TikTokers and YouTubers fighting boxers. I don't know if you've seen an interview at all, but
no, I just saw like a screenshot of him and his face like this while he was laying back on the bed or wherever the hell he was. I don't know.
Yeah, there's an argument out there that, you know, it's fun at the moment until somebody gets hurt, but that's not something that you're taking notice of.
So I understand that if there are TikTokers that aren't trained and prepared to fight someone that call out an actual like professional boxer, then yeah, there's things that are liable to happen. In my situation, I don't feel like I have that. I don't feel like I've called. First of all, I didn't call anyone out. He called me out. Second of all, I'm going after a boxer that, like I said before, has no power, has a history of broken right hands. I think he's had 4 or 5 surgeries on his right hand. No, 5. He's had his 5th surgery, I believe, after the Artem fight. It's just, I'm not going after someone that's like, you know, I'm not going after a Mike Tyson, or I'm going after Paulie Malignaggi. And like I said, he started it. So yeah, there's other situations where someone can get hurt. I mean, Jake Paul, he's been training for 3 years now, and he looks actually pretty good. I've seen his sparring videos. I've seen his fights. I mean, he hasn't faced anyone worthy yet, but we're going to find out when he fights Tyron, because Tyron's a beast. You know what I mean? Tyron's got power. Tyron is a power puncher. So we will see if he withstands that.
So obviously, look, this situation's come about from that phone call to your radio station.
Multiple. He called in twice. He called 2 different times on 2 different days.
Now it's personal, right? Between the
yeah, it was like you trolled me, I trolled you. So that's how it goes.
So could we say accidentally, you're more or less now gonna, you know, get involved in boxing if a fight like this does get made with Paulie Malignaggi?
What do you mean?
Like, what I'm saying to you is, you're going to pursue boxing now, like in terms of
yeah, I'm training. I'm 100%. I'm in the gym 6 days a week. My trainer's Hector Roca. He's trained 19 world champion fighters. He's ready. He's excited. And like I said, this Paulie thing it hasn't been formed yet. It hasn't been made a thing. I want it to be a thing, but I'm training as if I'm fighting Paulie Malignaggi.
Oh wow!
My sparring partners are all jabbing me as much as I can, because that's how it's going to be if I fight Paulie. And my sparring partners are actually moving their head more than Paulie does. So, I mean, I might be an advantage with that. I mean, yeah, I'm taking this serious. I'm in it. Like I'm about that life. I like I said, 6 days a week, I'm in the gym.
All right. Look, I'm not going to take too much of your time, but what is your message to Paulie Malignaggi regarding
Paulie,
you two getting in the ring?
Quit making excuses. Quit saying how bad you're going to beat me and how bad. The reason why Paulie's saying that, he's saying all this stuff, I'm going to beat him with my left hand. He's got to have an excuse for if he loses. He's on his last leg, man. He lost his Showtime deal. He lost his bare knuckle match. He lost his last professional fight. I mean, I don't have nothing to lose. He's got to have excuses. He's got to be weary if he wants to fight me or not. And of course he can't say that. He's Paulie Malignaggi. He's had every excuse for every every fight he ever lost. He's had an excuse. Steroids multiple times. And like I said, he's Paulie Malignaggi. He's the guy that didn't lose against McGregor in the sparring match. Didn't get knocked down. So, I mean, it is what it is. People can see through it. People know.
Wow. Hey, Corey, man, it's been a pleasure, man. Thanks for your time. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, man.
And hopefully, if it does get made, hey, we'll do it again.
Yeah, hey, get some sleep, man. I know I called you late.
Hey, Corey, man.
All right, buddy.
Thanks for your time, man. Corey B.
See you. Thank you.
For your time.
All right, man.